A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant move that could reshape the landscape of LGBTQ rights within the U.S. military, the Trump administration has formally requested the Supreme Court to allow the enforcement of a controversial ban on transgender service members. This request comes as a response to a federal district court ruling that temporarily halted the implementation of the ban, which has sparked intense debate and scrutiny since its inception. The Supreme Court's decision to take up this case could have far-reaching implications for thousands of military personnel who identify as transgender and have served openly for years. The Solicitor General, D. John Sauer, representing the administration, argued that the lower court's ruling is inconsistent with the military's best interests in national security. The administration claims that maintaining the current policy, which allows transgender individuals to serve, undermines military readiness and effectiveness. This assertion is contentious and has been met with criticism from various advocacy groups and legal experts, who argue that the ban is discriminatory and harmful to the morale of the armed forces. The legal battle surrounding the transgender military ban is not new. The Supreme Court previously allowed a version of the ban to take effect during Trump's first term. However, the current policy proposed is seen as more stringent, potentially leading to the discharge of many service members based solely on their gender identity. The implications of this policy could be profound, affecting not only those currently serving but also the military's ability to attract and retain talent in a competitive environment. In the latest court filings, the administration has emphasized the need for swift action from the Supreme Court, arguing that a delay in enforcement would continue to disrupt military operations. The request to the justices marks the 10th emergency application filed by the Trump administration since taking office, highlighting the administration's aggressive legal strategy in pursuing its agenda. This latest development unfolds against a backdrop of ongoing national discussions about LGBTQ rights and the role of the military in promoting inclusivity versus maintaining traditional standards. Critics of the ban have pointed out that many countries around the world have successfully integrated transgender individuals into their armed forces without adverse effects on military effectiveness. The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, which previously denied the administration's request for a stay on the injunction, is seen as a key battleground in this legal fight. The court, which has been described as having a liberal tilt, has consistently ruled against the administration's efforts to enforce the ban. Legal analysts predict that the Supreme Court's decision to hear the case, if it occurs, could set a precedent that either reinforces or dismantles protections for transgender service members. As this case progresses, it will not only test the boundaries of presidential power but also the evolving landscape of civil rights in America. The outcome could have lasting ramifications for the military, LGBTQ individuals, and the broader societal understanding of gender identity. In the meantime, advocacy groups are mobilizing to counter the administration's push, emphasizing the need for equal rights and protections for all service members, regardless of gender identity. The debate over the transgender military ban is emblematic of larger cultural conflicts within the United States, reflecting deep divisions over issues of identity, rights, and the role of government in personal lives. As the Supreme Court prepares to take on this contentious issue, all eyes will be on the justices as they weigh the arguments presented by both sides. The decision they reach could resonate far beyond the military, impacting the lives of countless individuals who identify as transgender across the nation. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.